Hey all, good morning. Welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here. It's the 7th of June 2022. Let's get started with our daily update. So I've been scanning the internet to find what's the latest news, and I didn't find anything that caught my attention specifically for today. It definitely happens. There's a news fatigue out there, but there are some other new developments that have happened across the world. And one of those is that Turkey is going through even more troubles. The inflations have topped. They have been asking their citizens to deposit gold, personal gold, and also assuring them excellent returns. So that effort also seems to be faltering a bit right now. And with all these problems happening and election being around next year, Erdogan has started focusing outside. He's been talking about some military action in Syria to push back the Kurds, and he's also put a roadblock for new NATO membership for Finland, and he has some preconditions for them. So he's diverting the attention from the internal issues to external, as most politicians would do when the elections are around and they don't have a good handle on what's happening indoors. So, so that action is going on out there. And of course, we continue to have all the other risks in place. Ukraine-Russia war going on, the wheat shortage, sunflower oil shortage, all those things I have put into a separate video. And I think there is not much of a movement. People are looking forward to see that consumer price index goes down, and then we can see some amount of respite because at least the inflation risk would have wound down. So that's the situation we are in overall. So nothing great to talk about today. So I'm going to have a quick look at how various countries have performed to get a barometer of how things could happen out here. So let's look at the charts. First, let us start off with the Fear and Greed Index from CNN Money. And the Fear and Greed Index shows that we are at 31. So you can recollect at one point we were at around 9. Then we were at 12 for a while. Then we stood at 24. And now we are 31. So gradually the market sentiment is improving. And hopefully we go to the neutral in the next couple of weeks if everything goes well. So this Fear and Greed Index is looking better than it did before. That's a good sign. This comes to you from a website called Coifin. You can go and check it out. It's a free website. You can also have membership in there and get some premium contents. In this particular chart shows the relative performance of our Nasdaq, S&P 500, Russell 2000 ETF, and also Dow Jones Industrial Average. And the best performer yesterday was Nasdaq, and it was closely followed by S&P 500. And you can see a very interesting aspect out here. The VIX spiked up towards the end of the day, and Nasdaq also spiked up. So this is very uncharacteristic. So I'm suspect about what's going to happen today. Are we going to drop today? So there is a possibility that there could be a sharp drop today, or maybe the market is right and VIX is wrong. Let us see what happens with that. This is also another page from Coifin. You can see performance rankings. Let us start off from here. It is color coded. You can see Moscow has done the worst with a negative performance of minus 41.1%, and it's followed by Hang Seng and Shanghai Shenzhen. So those were the worst performers, and Nasdaq as well as Brazil and Shanghai Composite are in the same category with around 9% to 12% drops. And if you look at the best performers, it's S&P TSX Composite, that is Canada, and then you have in FTSE 100, CSE 40, and Swiss Market Index. Jakarta Composite is the best. Indonesia is the best performing market right now. Bombay's India's S&P BSE Sensex is up 5.7%. So they are also doing pretty okay. So it's a mixed bag out there. And in terms of zones, continents, if you look at the Americas, Dow Jones, S&P 500, Nasdaq, all those performances are here. And it doesn't indicate which way it went, so this is not much useful for us. Let's look at the news articles. There are just a couple of news articles that are worth looking at. One of them is Target warns of squeezed profits as it rolls out aggressive plan to get rid of unwanted inventory. Kathy would warn us about this way ahead of time. I think her funds are also seeing a growth of around 17%. Of course, it's not yet recovered all the losses, but she seems to be on the right track. And apart from Target, I know for sure that there are companies like Home Depot, Walmart. If you recollect one of the charts I showed you earlier, I think last week, where we had all the big box retailers and how much extra inventory they had. So you could see Target is coming out openly and warning that it's going to have squeezed profits as it gets rid of unwanted inventory. Unwanted could mean excess inventory as well as obsolete inventory, which is out of fashion. So that's also going to cool down the inflation for us. And then if we look at the next item, Turkey's statistics agency faces fresh scrutiny over inflation data changes. So here is the news article. And it says that Turkey announced a week before the latest inflation figures were released June 3 that it would make changes to align itself with European Union procedures and boost transparency and accessibility. Once out, the May data revealed monthly inflation near 3%, whereas all but two estimates in a Bloomberg survey of 13 economists predicted a higher rate. The Turkstat report omitted the usual price gain charts for individual components of its inflation basket. So that created a suspicion among the opposition parties and general public that probably the government is trying to window dress the actual inflation, and that's causing a bit of concern. So Erdogan is facing a lot of problems out there. Inflation is one of the problems, and they have tried various things, as I mentioned earlier, including getting gold from the citizens and trying to use all the foreign exchange that the citizens would have. But it seems that US dollar and euro are picking up in circulation in Turkey as the locals are losing confidence in the Turkish lira. And that seems to be a difficult situation for the country to be in. That said, I don't think I have anything more to add. There is no new CRISPR news, and there is no new news for anything else. Let's start with the futures. You can see that the futures are down minus 1.14%. I have drawn a trend line out here to show the point where we were having the resistance on our bear channel downwards. And we have broken through that. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 candles, which are in a bullish path. And we should start seeing some kind of higher lows so that we can draw a line which goes this way and on the way up. But right now, what we have here is a bit of consolidation that is happening. It seems to me like it's a pennant. And the pennant basically means it's going to be bullish because it's on top of a upward moving trend. Therefore, I'm expecting this to break up upward. We'll find out what happens tomorrow. Having said that, let's go and have a look at the indicators. When we look at the indicators, I'm going to look at oil first, and oil is coming down, and it's still supported by the 9-day exponential moving average. And we are still in some kind of a bullish trend for oil. And if I draw a line from here to here, you'll have 3 touch points. So this is a bona fide bullish trend. MACD is still bullish, but momentum is falling, so there's a good chance we may break down below this line of support, and that would be a good indicator because that would mean that we are come out of a bullish channel. We'll have support from the 9-day exponential moving average and the 20-day, and then this minor support out here. Let us see whether we are able to track our way down. It's very important for the markets that oil starts to come down, and that would help. I've also heard news articles which say that Russian oil is being sold for cheap in large quantities, and Russia is losing around 5% of its revenue due to the discounting, and most of the oil is getting sold in Asia. So with that said, I think Russia is still going to have enough money to pursue its war, and it's also going to have enough money to buy its necessities if it's able to get the ships through and if it's able to pierce the embargo. So we'll have to see how that turns out, because if that is true, then we should have seen a fall in oil prices unless some people are buying the Russian oil and then selling it at a markup to others, or maybe buying it and holding it so that oil price can go up. We'll find out all those things as the days go by. Next, let us look at the VIX. This is a live VIX, and this is today's candle, 7th of July. As you can see, it's gone above the previous range in which we were, and we are almost close to where we were on 1st of June 2022. So the 9-day exponential moving average is still trying to constrain the VIX, but the VIX seems strong enough to explode about it because the momentum is picking up and it's moving to average. And MACD, though it is bearish, is tending towards the signal line. We may see a turnaround in the VIX. But for us, one of the important things is that the 27.20 resistance will kick in. So here we have the genomic stocks. I have sorted them with the biggest loser on the top. And if we were to sort it the other way around, IMTX did very well with a gain of 3.13%. Teladoc was up 0.23%. Pfizer up 0.11% and CRISPR Therapeutics up 0.02%. So CRISPR managed, as we said, CRISPR managed to maintain its value. It didn't fall off much. And if you look at the biggest losers, Verve lost the biggest with 7.10%. And it's still on the support line out here. And pre-market, there are no trades. With Bluebird pre-market, it's up 1.34%. It was down here. And if we had bought yesterday, we could probably see some kind of profit taking in the morning. It's a range-bound trading. So this is the point at which Bluebird can potentially be bought for some kind of day trading activity, in my opinion. Again, not financial advice, so please do your own due diligence and take care of your own risk appetite. Caribou Biosciences pre-market is flat, and it is still on the bottom on this support. It's also range-bound and consolidating. DNA has dropped yesterday and came within the range of what it was the day before, that is on Friday. And today, pre-market, it's again flat, so we don't have any clues where it is going. Beam has a pre-market drop of minus 2.38%, and it managed to go above this diagonal line of resistance from before, which we then converted into a support. But pre-market, it seems that it has already fallen below that, so this is again going to become a line of resistance for us, and we'll have to go above it. It doesn't seem that it's going to be possible because momentum is below average and falling down, even though MACD is bullish, but tending towards the signal line. Regeneron was down minus 3.38%. It fell from all these levels of support, so it's been a huge swing down, and this stock perhaps is coiled to give some gains because there will be a dead cat bounce or a reverse sentiment anytime now, and that could be a money-making opportunity. So that's what I think about Regeneron. I have marked all these green lines into a resistance because we have fallen below it. Our next line of support is 601.24, and our MACD is bearish and moving away from the signal line, and momentum has also fallen down significantly. If we look at news items, 3 days ago there was news saying insider sell. Marion McCourt, Executive Vice President Commercial, on June 1, 2022, sold 1,100 shares for 736,000. So there's an insider sale. Generally, insider sales cause a negative sentiment, but not this sharp. There must be some other bad news that was out there, which we do not know about. So we'll find out later. Allogene was down minus 3.0% yesterday. And today also, it seems to be poised for a drop. There is no pre-market trade. Invitae was down minus 2.98%. And today, again, it's poised for a fall. In the pre-market trade, it's gone down minus 0.68. Illumina is down 2.73% yesterday. And it has fallen below our consolidation zone that we had drawn. And pre-market, there is no trade so far. MACD is bullish, but tending towards the signal line, and momentum is below average and falling. So that's the situation with Illumina. It's likely to fall down further today, and this will potentially become a line of resistance for us, and this will become a second line of minor resistance for us. So it does not look very good today. Editas is down minus 2.68% as of yesterday. MACD is bullish and momentum is below average and down. Pre-market trade also shows a downswing of minus 5.09%, not looking great. PSEB is also down 2.06% as of yesterday, and we have fallen below our lower level of support. which was this green line out here. I'm going to convert that into a red. So we are out of our consolidation zone. We have fallen down a level instead of going a level up. Pre-market, we are down 1.10%, that is 4.93. So we'll have to struggle to get back into this zone. It's quite possible that we may do that. We have done it before. So let's hope for the best out there. ARCG is down minus 1.95, still within the consolidation zone. Pre-market, it is down 1.20% and staying at 31.31. So if it comes somewhere close to 30.50, I would expect there'll be a swing trade opportunity. Of course, don't do swing trade when VIX is above 20. That is the general wisdom. But having seen the past performance here, which was range bound, I would probably try to pick up a few ARCG somewhere close to 30.33 and sell it somewhere close to 32.81, or even for that matter at the 9-day exponential moving average, which sits at 32.14, and make some money out there. IDNA is down 1.38 as of yesterday. It's still above the support line which we have, which is at 27.60. Pre-market, there are no trades. And MACD, though bullish, is tending towards the signal line, and momentum is also below average and falling. So it's not looking good entirely for the genomic sector. If we look at CRISPR Therapeutics, it's on a bullish channel and it's got strong resistance here at 66.38. Pre-market, it's down to 62.70, which is going to bring it somewhere out here for the day. And then it can fall all the way down to this diagonal line of support, which sits at 60.19. And if it goes down further, it has got support at 59.33. So that's the range of support for CRISPR Therapeutics. Pre-market, it's down 2.37%. With that said, I'd like to finish my technical analysis for the genomic stocks. So my friends, it seems that if you look at market psychology, you would say that all the shares which are in red here today are going to turn green when the market opens. That is one possibility that can happen. And the one that has lost the most is likely to gain the most. And the one that has lost the least is likely to stay flat or lose a little bit or gain a little bit. It could be in that particular range. But overall, the market seems to be going negative. And with that, I would like to end this session. Please put a like out there so that YouTube can show our channels to more people and they can discover our channel. And also, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe and become a member of our CRISPR family for everything related to CRISPR and the stock market, and some in-depth videos every week and during the weekend. Thanks and have a great day. Bye for now.